Okay, so this will be my first review of the McCulloch Deluxe Steam Canister Cleaner System. I'll be posting some more then, but I didn't really find that there was enough YouTube videos showing real user action and cleaning potential of the steam cleaner. I just got it today. So one of the areas that I'm going to try and combat now is a Kool-Aid stain on my countertop next to my kitchen sink. So here's just a short clip here showing the pressure gauge. There, I have it heated up right now to between 3 and 4. And what I actually did is I took the triangular brush attachment, I just took a hair scrunchie and fastened a microfiber cleaning cloth to it, and just very, very loosely here attached it because I couldn't find a rubber band. There's no chemicals on this whatsoever. Now I do have here a Clorox wipe, which they did not work the last time that I tried to clean with this, so you can kind of see on my countertop here, there's some spills and stains from my coffee pot, maybe some stuff that came out of the microwave, I'm not sure, and then obviously having 2 children and a messy other half, they've made quite a mess and stains with this red cherry Kool-Aid, which is very difficult to get out of different surfaces. If you've never had that experience, test it sometime. It is awful to get it to clean up. So I'm going to try an area here and show you just how poorly a Clorox wipe does, and putting quite a bit of pressure on. Now I'm just going to do this on the one side so that you can see what happens with the steam cleaner with no chemicals and over top of the wipe. So with the wipe, you can clearly see where the line is from what I've wiped to what I didn't. There's a line down the middle here that you can kind of see right there. Now if you look at the Kool-Aid stains, I've scrubbed and scrubbed at this. You can see it's very dirty, and that Kool-Aid stain is not coming out after I scrub and scrub and scrub. So go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and get this. It's kind of hard to videotape and do this at the same time, but I will start over here with no chemicals so that there's no chemicals on the rag when I do the other side. Try and focus in a little bit better. And I'm not going to really scrub, I'm just going to go over it really lightly and quickly. You can really see the steam too. Even when I stop, like you can, kind of hard to show it in the video, but you can really see the steam come off of this when I'm cleaning with it. Sorry, it is hard to videotape one-handed and clean with my other hand. Trying to do the best I can to show you though. And I'm not really applying too much pressure at all, just very gently going over this area, releasing some steam over it. Alright, now if I step back here a minute, you can really see the steam coming off of there now. Let me hold it up to the light a little bit. I don't know, you can't really see it, but you can see that the countertop here still has quite a bit of staining, but the line where I cleaned it, you can see it really did clean very well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just take a spot here like this with the Kool-Aid stain, and I'm going to just hold the steam pressure, releasing it over that for a minute, let it really heat up over the spot, and I'll lift it. It's taking that stain off of there, and I'll just rub it a little bit. Just go ahead and let it sit. And now if you see, it's really starting to bring that staining up and start to get rid of it. So let me do that over some of these other areas. You can kind of see the steam there now. Really good steam pressure. Here, I'll show you that spot again. Now I'm going to actually go ahead and pause the video. This is really hot, so I can't take it off just yet. But I'm going to pause the video, wait for this to cool down for a few minutes, and I'm going to take this off because this triangle piece actually has these scrubby pad pieces on it. And I'm going to see how these stains come up maybe if I use the scrubby part compared with just the rag. So I'll be back with you in a minute then when this starts to cool down and I can take that off. Okay, back now. I got the rag off of there. You can see with this triangle brush, it's got that really nice brush head there. So we'll go ahead and we'll try that over a little spot. Go ahead and try and scrub a little bit. It does do a pretty good job there. You can see the difference. Now I'm actually going to test something. I'm going to take a Clorox wipe again, and I'm going to try and put this over that. Just to see if it does anything. Okay, I just flipped the Clorox wipe over, and as you can see, there's like nothing on that. So this is just really, really stained inside of this countertop. So I don't know how much progress I'm going to make with this, unfortunately. I think the stain just might be really, really set in. So I'm going to just pause the video here and take a couple more minutes, and I'm just going to go back to using the steam cleaner with this triangle brush attachment and try and set it over the areas like this and turn the pressure release on, let the steam out, and just scrub at it a little bit and see if I can make any more progress, and then I'll come back and we'll see what it did. Okay, so I went and did that just for a couple minutes. I'm not going to spend a ton of time because I actually have to make dinner here soon, but if you take a look at the counter here, all in all, I think it actually did a really nice job without spending a lot of scrubbing power or time or any chemicals really besides that little wipe. You know, it's really squeaky clean. So the stains are really set in, but like if you look here and at this other one where the spot was really, really bad, you can see it's a dramatic improvement from where it began. Not a lot of water, it evaporated really quick. It's already dry, you can kind of hear the squeak. And I'm going to go ahead and do one other test right here now. Let's see if I can move this here. Hold on a second while I put this down. Okay, so I have my coffee pot here, and I'm going to try something that I've never tried before with this steam cleaner. Go ahead, actually I have coffee in here from earlier. Go ahead and actually get this rag out of the sink here. Ooh, that's still hot. Dump this coffee out. Now if you look here, there's a spot that is really kind of stained where the cut markings go. You'll see the heat plate there with how bad that is just from the coffee. Now if I scrub that by hand with the brush and stuff, it will come pretty clean. But this spot here and this spot here are really, really stained and they don't come clean. So I'm going to switch the attachment on the steam cleaner, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and clean them just with a little bit of steam and see what it does. So let me pause this and get my attachment switched over here, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I got my attachment switched, and I'm just going to use this jet nozzle here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with the heat plate spot. Try and do this one-handed, kind of difficult. Ooh, okay, I'm going to step back because that's really blowing steam back up at me. Alright, let me take this rag here and just wipe it off. Okay, I'm going to have to put the phone down. Can't really do it one-handed. And just a quick spray and a wipe. Actually came very clean that quickly. So go ahead and spray it again. wipe it off again. Okay, so you can see, it really did a really good job on just spraying a little bit and wiping that down. Came out really, really clean. Didn't really have to do too much of anything there. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm trying to get that spot down there in the pause this to do this and wipe it down, so then I'll show you what happens. Okay, so done with that. Actually did pretty good, still a little bit of staining. If I took one of the nylon brush attachments, it probably could do a little bit better. And one more spot here that I'm going to try and attempt in battle, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same jet attachment again here. Same process, and there it is, the before. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. I'll go ahead and I will clean it, wipe it off, and I will come back to you. While I'm doing this, I actually wanted to unpause this for a second just so I can show you the steam power that's coming from this, because it really is quite remarkable. Okay, coming back to this, just going to take a paper towel here, kind of wipe everything down so I can put it back in the coffee pot. It did get some of that off. That's been stained now for, I don't know, I want to say a good maybe a year and a half that it wouldn't come clean, so I think it did a pretty good job for a year and a half's worth set-in stain in the plastic. Let me go ahead and dry this off. I'll pop it back in the coffee pot and show you what it looks like all put back together. Alright, now I'll put back in there. You can actually see now that actually does look a lot better than I had thought it did originally. So when I've scrubbed it by hand before with soap and a scrubby, it's been much, much darker here along these lines, so it really did do a bang-up job. Hopefully this is a helpful review for some of you. I had used this a little bit on the sink earlier too, and I really just used that jet nozzle and sprayed around that. Kind of hard to see in this video, but that's really, really shiny. I've never been able to clean back here in the 8 years we've lived here. Everything's always been very difficult to reach back here behind the sink. And if you take a look at what I'm wiping there, it's coming up really, really clean. It did a great job. I didn't do any scrubbing. Just did the jet nozzle and wiped it down, and it really is fantastic. So hopefully it is a helpful review, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them, and I will be doing some other reviews later to show you some other real live examples of how this McCulloch Deluxe Steam Canister Cleaner Set does work. Alright, thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.